Staying along the same idea of trying to find a value of k, let's look at this question here. Now, it says determine this value of k so that this equation will have two equal roots. Well, think about what two equal roots means. Two equal roots means that these are the same roots. So the graph only touches in one place. That means your b squared minus 4ac has to be equal to 0. So let's use that idea. B squared minus 4ac has to equal to 0. B squared is, look, you got a 4k there. So this is 4k squared minus 4 times a is 1, c is also 1. That has to equal to 0. So if you think about this, 4k squared is actually 16k squared. 4 times 1 times 1 is minus 4 equals to 0. Bring this over now. Okay, so you got 16k squared equals to 4. Divide by 16, divide by 16. K squared equals to 1/4, right? Okay, now square root this. All right, so if we square root this, k has to equal to, remember the square root principle. K has to equal to plus or minus 1/2. So k could be plus 1/2 or k could be minus 1/2. And that's the solution to this. So let's go back to here now and let's prove that. Look, let's prove that. So this is x squared plus 4 times either a half or a negative a half. Okay, let's start with a half. 4 times a half, x plus 1. And look at this. This gives you x squared plus 2x plus 1. And if you put that into your calculator, right here of x squared plus 2x plus 1, this should touch the graph in only one spot. Here we go. Boom. Should touch our axis in one spot, and it does. Look at that. So let's look at the other possible value. Remember, we had positive 1/2. We can now have negative 1/2. So x squared plus 4 times negative 1/2, right? X plus 1. So negative 1/2 gives you x squared minus 2x plus 1. Throw that in there, and I should be able to get, again, another graph that just touches the axis in one spot. So go back to here, and if that's simply changing this sign to a negative, boom, graphing it, ta-da, and guess what? Lo and behold, again, it touches in only one spot. So again, the discriminant can be used to not only figure out what the nature of the roots are, but also help us to figure out types of equations too.